Hello everyone, this is Greg K4HSM, and if you've been following the channel for the last week or so, you know that last Wednesday I had an incident with my UHV-4 Quad-band antenna getting blown off the vehicle and basically getting decimated by interstate traffic. That and the triple magnet mount that was on top of the vehicle got blown off and are no more. So the Saturday after, this past Saturday, the 28th of February, I was able to get replacements at the Dalton Hamfest. Went and got the UHV-4 and got a larger magnet mount antenna. So let's go in and take a look and see what exactly we have. First of all, pay no attention to all the cat hair. There's your culprit. Say hi to Eddie. Eddie. Yeah, he's ignoring me. He's mad at me. He likes to chew on plastic, and that little plastic there where the connector is. I took it away from him, and he's now mad about it. Okay, so if you might have seen it real quick when I panned over to Ed, but this is the box. I'll let you see some advertising, although they don't pay me. So this is the box that the mag mount came in, and that's the old mag mount that I had for this UHV-4 antenna. Notice the size difference. And you can see there's where the connector was sheared off. And look at that. You can literally set the old mag mount on top of the plate that attaches to the three magnets on the new one. Another difference, notice how thin this plate is. That's rather thin, but look at the difference there. Just definitely a lot thicker. I mean, this plate is almost as thick as the magnets that were attached to it at one point. And those magnets are definitely working. Okay, so that's on there pretty good. And now to work on attaching the UHV-4. Go ahead and attach it just to see how it will look. All right, so the base of the UHV-4, and it's all wrapped up. I haven't taken it out to calibrate it or get it set up yet. So let's go ahead and get it put together. Okay, so it does come with its own Allen wrench, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but I just checked the instructions, and there was something I forgot about with the old antenna. You can fold it down. I completely forgot or didn't realize, but yeah, the UHV, you just put that up, and it folds over. That probably could have prevented the previous mishap had I thought about that. So that's a goof on me. So there's my helper, Eddie, making sure that the antenna stays put. So let me show you the parts of this antenna as you see them. This is towards the top now. Very top is the 10 meter, and you can adjust it. There's a little nut right here that you can adjust, and this will go up or down to adjust your 28 megahertz. And this is the loading coil for that. Then this antenna is for 6 meters. So, and this is adjustable. So you can adjust that for 50 megahertz. Then the middle element is basically connecting that top part to the base part and to the part that will go down flat if you have to go to a tunnel, or rather a parking garage, I guess. So it is apparently, I mean, this top half is just for 6 and 10 meters only. It looks to be pretty much set for 2 meters and 440, but it doesn't say here exactly which parts of the antenna are geared for 2 meters and 440. I'm thinking that the between these two coils here is going to be 2 meters, and maybe down here at the bottom at the base is, say hi to Eddie again. That's the 440 part. That's the 2 meter part, and there's your 6 and 10 meter part. Eddie was sitting on the other set of instructions, and as you can see, he didn't want to give it up so easily. So he's in a sour mood, I guess. Okay, so yeah, you've got your lower and upper phasing coils here, and I like this. This was amusing. I think it's on the other side. I like this. This antenna for amateur radio operator. Do not use other than for the purpose of antenna. Please use this antenna within the standard and specifications described in this manual. Failure to this may cause heat up and breakdown of the unit. Whatever damage and the malfunction, which is due to the repair and or reorganization at end user itself occur, it doesn't take the responsibility. If malfunction is occurred, stop operation and try to find the reason. I think we know exactly what happened with the previous antenna, why the malfunction occurred. So, by the way, if you want to know how well secured the magnets were on the previous version, there you go. 3 shots of putty and something in the middle where the connecting bolts are. And that's all you had. I pay no attention to that little guy. He's going in tomorrow morning for a life-changing surgery. Yeah, he's not happy. So no food or drink before he gets his life-altering surgery. But he's about 6 months old, so yeah, it's about that time. But just real quick, wanted to thank these guys at Tower for that base, that tri-magnet mount. Doesn't have a name brand on it, so I don't know the make or model of it, but you can call these guys here at Tower, and if you're interested in getting a pretty solid base unit, they're the ones that you can talk to. So I found this amusing. So you have the UHV-4, and right there, repeater and D-star capable. Oh, that's the ceiling fan causing that little psychedelic effect there. But tell me what antenna out there in the wild is not D-star capable. I mean, what antennas do you have that just are analog only? If you try to put them on digital, you cause problems. Never seen that. That's some clever advertising on the package here. But that's the UHV-4 from Comet. All right, so time got away from me as it's a little bit dark outside, and but I do have a nice metal surface to put this on, and it made a very loud thud when I put it up there. So not too far from the top, but should be able to allow me to measure out the resonance on all 4 of the bands. So let's see how it does. Let's get out the NanoVNA. Okay, so here's the NanoVNA, and I've got it calibrated to go between 400 megahertz and 500 megahertz in the 70 centimeter band. So there are videos out there on how to use and calibrate the NanoVNA. Don't want to take up too much time on it here, but let's go ahead and plug in the antenna and see how it does on 400 megahertz, and the center is at 435. So we'll go ahead and plug it up. And that is interesting. Several dips in the pattern there. So where the number 1 is right now at 435, you've got a 2.1 SWR. Now the antenna is not, they say the antenna cannot be configured for adjustments on 2 meter and 440, which I find a little bit interesting. But here at, get that there, 442 seems to be the center on the 440 band, 442.000. So, and you got several other dips. Let's see where they occur. 462. So technically, you could use this on GMRS. That's fascinating. You get about a 2-to-1 SWR though, but it's a nice little resonant dip there. Let's see over here at 481 megahertz. There's no reason to be on that frequency, but you get a 2.4. So yeah, within the range from about 438 to 447, 448, you have about a 1.5 SWR or less. So now let's go to 2 meters. Okay, so now I've recalibrated it for the 2 meter band, going from 110 megahertz to 180, and you'll see there's a couple of good dips there. It's about a 1.9 at the 133 megahertz band. I don't see anybody needing to use that. But there at the 145.7 for this particular antenna is pretty much the center. So if I go over here to, there it was there for a second, 146.4, which is close to, there it is, 146.4, which is close to the 146.52 simplex calling frequency. You have a 1.2 SWR. It shows you up here, 1.2 SWR. So very good, very good. But the center for this particular antenna is 145.7 in the 2 meter repeater range. All right, so we are going to now look from 40 to 80 megahertz. You can see the range here at the bottom, 40 megahertz all the way up to 80 megahertz. And again, there's your SWR up here. Let's plug the antenna in, see what we get. Let's see here. Let's bring the line back over. We got a 1.7 at 59 megahertz. And at 52, we've got a 2 SWR. Let me see if we can get that lowered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the antenna and I'm going to adjust it and see if we can bring that down. Hopefully we can do it in real time with without having to do anything here. 52.8, and it's at a 2 SWR. Okay, let's bring it up. I took the antenna off and it dropped down an SWR without an antenna. Don't think that's how it's supposed to work. 2.2 SWR. Okay, right at about 2. Move it around a little bit. Let's try and get at least below 2. Okay, 1.9 to 2. Okay, it's bumping around there. Okay, that was interesting. I put my hand on it and it went down. Oh, look at that. 1.7, is that right? Okay, so I can't get it below 2, and I've done several several places along the area there where it's supposed to be adjustable. So it could quite simply be that the magnet mount needs a better ground in order to get more of a resonance. But I mean, 2.0 is acceptable. It's not desirable, but definitely anything below a 2 is what you want. So I'm going to leave it where it's at right now because I was actually getting down to 1.7. So we'll leave it there for now, and we'll circle back on this. Let's go over to 10 meters. All right, so we are back on 10 meters now, and you can see the range goes from 25 megahertz over to 31 megahertz. So let's plug in the antenna. Let's take it off. Take the load off. And let's see where we end up. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so right at 30.2 megahertz is the resonant at 1.4 SWR. Let's go down to 29. Let's see, quit that. Let's go down to 29.6. $29,620 is about the closest we're going to get on this range here. 2.1 SWR. Okay, so let's see if we can adjust that antenna and put it on the right frequency. Get you some Girl Scout cookies while you can, by the way. You have to drop this down a little bit. Oh boy. I'll tell you this much. As hard as that magnet is on the fridge, the freezer that I have here, I can already tell you it's not going anywhere when it gets on the Durango. That's interesting. I touched it and it goes off scale. Well, that's better. Okay, 1.4 SWR. I can live with that. That was just a minor adjustment. Let me see if I can do this just a little bit more. Beautiful. Okay, 1.3 SWR. That is acceptable. So I am going to go back over to 6 meters and see if I can make some more adjustments. Now that I've done it to 10 meters, maybe it will have had some effect on 6 meters. Okay, so we're back, and now I'm going to plug it back in. We're going from 45 megahertz to 75 megahertz. So, and let's see. Now I'm going to swing this over. 59.4. We have a 1.7 SWR. Let's see, 52.8. It's a 1.8, so it actually went down a little bit. Okay, let me make a couple of more adjustments on the antenna itself. Let's see if we can get that down even lower. Okay, so when I tightened up all the Allen screws in that UHV-4, it actually brought the SWR down just a little bit more. So that probably does help. So when I get this out on the Durango, hopefully I should have some better SWR results, and at some point I'll take it out there and put it on. So again, this thing is on. I mean, it's picking up the lid of the freezer. So I'm going to have a time getting this off here, but as you can see, it is calibrated as best as I can get it. But it is, it was a pretty good workhorse for me last year, the one that I had then, and I honestly did not calibrate it up here at the top. Just kind of left it as is, and been meaning to check the SWR, but I mean, I was talking to the West Coast, so it is a pretty hardy antenna on 10 meters. So with that, antenna's calibrated, and I'm going to try and get it up on the Parkway for Simplex Saturday this weekend, and Park's on the air, and hopefully we will see you then.